We gonna close out the Jordan segment. We all agree that this doesn't have to hurt the GOAT legacy, right?
Nah.
Okay, we just want to make sure because that clip right there definitely nailed it. Woo, man,
Dave laughed went to a different level when he saw the picture.
he looked sick. He looked sick. Some of those steals was my steals, but they gave him the Jordan. But anyway, JJ Reddick was announced as the Lakers' new head coach on Monday, and he had a lot to say in that press conference. You know, some questionable things. But we also know that JJ's going to have choice words for the media before and after games, and he's also going to do a lot of math to coach this team. So we're going to do some math. You know, what's the over-under on this 4.5 for JJ being the coach with the Lakers? And Dave, you can start this one. No, Dave started off. I got to start.
I can go. You going next. I don't mind doing this.
Are you on fire, Jordan? You don't get you on the road. No, you trying to go back to back like Jordan. You see what he doing?
Hey, back to back, like what you say? 96, 97. But look, listen, man. 4.5 is an over and under, right? Because his contract is 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the over. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Every time we talked about this, I never really criticized JJ. I criticized the captain part of the whole situation. But like I said, the last time we talked about him, I don't think you were on, Dave, the last time we talked about him. But last time I talked about him, I said that if they allow this dude to stick around, you know what I mean? Like if they don't fire him so fast, I think he will be a successful coach. I mean, the man is a former player. He's a role player. Usually, these good coaches are former players, are role players. You know why? Because they are humble. You know, they don't expect greatness from every single person. The dude is analytic genius. I mean, I listen to his stuff all the time. Old Man and the I listen to Beyond the Mind, right? It's called Beyond the Mind podcast, right? All right, I don't listen to that all the time. I listen to a couple episodes, but the dude is a genius. He know his stuff. We all say LeBron James is one of the most intelligent, best minds in sports history, and JJ is capable enough to have that conversation with LeBron James. That says a lot, you know. And so, and he knows what type of environment. So I don't think he's gonna take off. But the Lakers got to be patient with this dude. They have to, because they fire him, that's gonna make them look bad even more. They got to stick with him through the LeBron years. So I think by like even he might take on next year, but at least by the second year, I think JJ will be on fire. So I like JJ.
All right, so for this one, you said over. Basically, he get 5 years with the Lakers.
Yeah, he gonna sign an extension.
Okay, so I went back through a little bevy of coaches, you know, that started off with no experience. You know, you got Steve Kerr, Mark Jackson, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, and Larry Bird. One of those had 4 rings. Steve Kerr. Larry Bird, it was up and down years, but he brought the Pacers back to the playoffs. Mark Jackson, we already seen, he changed the culture in order for Steve Kerr to get the ring. So again, that's another former player. Steve Kerr was the ultimate role player. Like, you got to say, the last guy we talked about said, hey, I pass you the ball, shoot the ball, because you're going to be open. That's one, and he punched him. But that's another story for another day. But then you got Jason Kidd, who started off with the super team, and then, you know, he got fired midway with the Bucks. Then he found his way back to the finals with the Mavericks, so he found his way. But that wasn't a role player. He was the guy on the teams that he was on. Shout out to the Nets. And then Steve Nash. So again, your ceiling for JJ could be Steve Kerr, where you get 4 rings out the deal, or your floor could be Steve Nash. But Steve Nash was dealt a bad hand. He was brought in by the players, kind of like what some people are saying about JJ. But his situation, I think one of the players turned on him because, again, he was trying to find himself, and Kyrie is now at a better place. KD just want to play basketball, so it was a lot going on with that Nets team. Now, you ask me again, if I had to put this bet in, again, if I was putting my money on it, I'm going to have to go under, Joe. I don't know what's going to happen with this LeBron saga. Like, this year could make or break a lot. Like, the Lakers do need to be patient, but the media is not going to be patient. And when the media is not patient, then the owners are not going to be patient. And then when the owner's not patient, season ticket holders are not patient. So money's going to be involved. So this year says a lot. I wish we could do this. We could revisit this next year and see what happens. But for right now, I'm going with the under. Okay.
Can I go money line? All right,
Set the
so
eyes on some TK sweets and treats.
So you got him
Strike it
getting
out.
fired. So you got him getting treated like Adrian Griffin, getting fired mid-season.
yeah.
4.5 years.
So this is you name some former players that were head coaches. You're missing more than a few. Bob Cousy was a head coach who played in the league. Billy Donovan is a head coach that also played in the league. How good is he? Tyronn Lue, actually pretty good. Isaiah Thomas, former NBA player who was a head coach.
Superstar.
Chauncey Billups, former NBA player that was a head coach, not a superstar.
Magic
Doc
Johnson.
Rivers, former NBA head coach, whose only championship was because of the Big Three in Boston.
Yeah, to make
Medal
that
on medal.
Rick Carlisle, Bill Cartwright, Elgin Baylor, Fred Hoiberg, Kevin McHale,
he did good.
Larry Drew, and then the two most known, Pat Riley and Phil Jackson.
Oh, Magic. You got to throw Magic out there. Why Magic is who?
Imagine played what 15 games.
Yeah.
He got fired or
Exactly.
walked off. I ain't coming back. So,
Yeah. So here's what I'll say. He has already been compared to Pat Riley. That's where I give a lot of pause. For you to be compared to Pat Riley, you have to be a great head coach. We know what he did with the Showtime Lakers, and then what he did with the 06 Miami Heat when he took over after we fired Stan Van Gundy. He came downstairs and led us to a championship. We actually almost the year before we actually got close because I think we lost in the game 6 or game 7 to the Detroit Pistons, who was to the finals the year before. So, and they lost to the Spurs. So, I think I'm gonna go with Joe. I think it's gonna be over.
okay.
I think it's gonna be over. One thing I know about JJ Reddick, he has been around some great basketball minds as a player. Remember, he came from Duke. He was playing under Coach K. So that's a great basketball mind. Then you got to remember he was in Team USA. He was around Kobe, LeBron. He was around Melo. He was around a lot of guys. He was around a lot of stars. He has the mindset to where he can be a really good coach.
Van Gundy too, analytic freak too.
Exactly. So
All I know.
he's been under some great coaches. He's played under some great coaches. Now he does not have the experience, of course. He does not have any college experience, no high school experience, no assistant coaching experience. Tomo, you funny. But the reason why I'm going to say that he gets an over is because I think the Lakers are going to make something. They're going to make a big move this offseason. I think they're going to make. I think they're going to get another another superstar type player to come to play to LA because LeBron is not going to be there in the next 2-3 years. To me, I think LeBron is gone after 2 or 3 years. So they need someone. So they need someone to be there for the foreseeable future. And I think they went this route for the foreseeable future. I don't think they went this route for LeBron, even though I believe LeBron was heavily involved in this. I think they did this because they want someone that's going to come in and develop his own coaching style, which is why they're letting him search for coaches to be a part of his team, because they didn't do that for anyone else. You know, they remember when they offered Tyronn Lue, they were going to pick his coaches. When they went and got Darvin Ham, they picked his coaches. He didn't pick his coaches, but they actually are letting JJ Reddick go find his other coaches because he went to see if Rondo could be one of his assistant coaches. He's actually looking around for other guys to come help him coach.
But why Rondo gonna be on it though? Because AD won him.
But what I'm saying is,
I get you saying though. I get you saying.
They didn't. They didn't allow that for anyone else. So I think that'll help him out.
The LeBron effect. Like, hey, JJ, come on, man, come coach it. Hey, I'm only coaching. Y'all let me pick my staff. I got you, bro. You gonna pick your staff. LeBron put the word in for him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, again, if LeBron don't sign back with the Lakers, my bet is shot. I'm gonna be upset, but I'm not going. I'm gonna be upset as far as my bet, but I'm gonna be happy for JJ because technically that right there is letting us know the front office is going in the right direction. I agree with you that they are doing the right thing by JJ by letting him pick his staff and also saying, "Hey, we're trying to make the right moves." But again, LeBron comes back, that changes a lot. Expectations, everything.
Yeah, and I do want to bring up one more thing, y'all, about this. I know you brought up Nick right before. he has, he has said something about this because obviously he rooting for LeBron James. He want to see the Lakers do good, and he put up a post. I can't try to find it. Sorry, y'all. He put up a post and it talked about there has been no coach. I can't find it. No coach that basically, with no coaching experience, no head coaching experience that won 2 playoff series outside of Steve Kerr, right? And they had players like J Kidd up there. He only did 1, right? J Kidd, Steve Nash. It was a lot of guys up there that was one and done. And I was like, all right, bro. Shout out to Kevo. We need some context with this. J Kidd did well, but management didn't do well with him until they fired him. Mark Jackson did well, but management didn't like him. And we all know what happened to Steve Nash. Bro, like, they blowing out the Bucks. Kyrie gets hurt. James Harden gets hurt. KD feet too big, and they lose to the Bucks. And then they put a vaccine mandate in New York, and then all that drama happened. Like, that's what happened with the Nets. They were actually good. They were number 1 offense in NBA history. Like, they were actually a good team, And then it had Isaiah Thomas. I'm like, bro, like Isaiah. I said none of these other dudes on this list took over a playoff team. They all took over bad teams. So that's why they went on series. So I do think they're gonna be good.
Isaiah messed up 2 franchises. He messed up the Knicks and he messed up the Liberty. So
and he messed up. Look. He's giving the GM, he giving the owner advice with the Suns.
See, I'm just saying, like Isaiah Jordan might have been right to not put you on that team, bro. I'm just saying. Like he knew what was up. He didn't do some good with the Hornets, but I'm just saying, like,
no, he deserved that.
How you mess up the men's team and the ladies team? Like they in the same arena. Like, how do you do that?
Hey, he a Detroit Piston, bro. You know what he doing?
Exactly. I was just about to say that he a Detroit Piston. He don't care about the Knicks. He don't care about New York at all. He did that on purpose.
It's an arch rival.
Look, man, if I was the owner of the Knicks, I'd have said, hey, just like how you did Jordan in the finals, walk out. Go.
Hey, they say he's whispering in Mashiba's ear, kind of looking like your boy with the coats whispering in consequence in their ear. The QB whisperer. Don't look like it, do it. Frank Wright, 1 and done. You're done, son. And then Isaiah Thomas should be done too. Why are they taking advice from Isaiah Thomas?
Oh, no, that makes no sense. No sense whatsoever.
How Frank Wright get in this? Man, Frank Wright at home somewhere minding his business, and he's just like, "How I get in this?" Which I say, forget me for. Like,
what more do you want from me?
Well, I'm glad you. Bryce Young, man. Bryce Young. That was another one. He was the head coach.
Hey, did y'all see that video about Bryce Young telling the Panthers assistant coach that to not play Jeezy in practice?
Dang, no, I ain't see that.
Irresponsible.
If I was him, I'd have like, and then what? Another interception, because that's what's gonna happen. Turn the music back up, man. What's wrong with y'all? You're not winning. We got to listen to everything that's going on right now. We need all type of morale. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. That's a great segue. Shout out to y'all, man, because we got to